Well, I just got out of a tuk-tuk and I'm on my way to my hotel after taking that high-speed train down to Vientiane. The traffic is no joke during rush hour. It took quite a while. I wound up just getting out a couple blocks away from my hotel just because I wanted to walk. And someone else was getting out. So I'm just gonna check in and then walk around a little bit while the sun's still up. And I'm getting greeted by some little girls over there. But I'm just happy to be done with traveling. So hopefully everything goes smooth with check-in, and I'll be back out here shortly to find some dinner and stretch my legs a little bit. I have one day here in Vientiane to kind of quickly see the sights, and I've heard that that's really kind of the recommended amount of time around here. As there's just not a ton of touristy things to do. So I'm just walking from my hotel to through this little park over to the presidential palace. You can't actually go in, but I'm going to take a peek from the outside. And then a little bit further than that is the Cope Visitor Center, which has some kind of educational exhibits. It's a museum focused on the Laos history as far as you know, the bombs that have been dropped and things like that on the country. So I think that'll be educational, a little heavy, but I think a good history lesson. And at some point today I need to figure out the bus situation for tomorrow to try and get a little bit further south. So we'll see. We'll see. There's a bunch of different bus stations here, which is what's confusing to me as far as, you know, which one do I have to take? Do I need to book a bus ahead of time, or can I just show up? So at some point today I'll have to get that figured out, but in the meantime I'm gonna have a sweaty walk around to see a couple of the sites here. And up next is the presidential palace, which is pretty much across the street from here. So we'll see what we can find over there. Well, that was a pretty short visit, but you can definitely see the French colonial architecture having an influence on the presidential palace. The French were in control for 60 years, and so you can tell that had an influence. But anyway, so I'm about a 10-minute walk now from the central bus station, one of the 3 major bus stations. So I'm just gonna stop there. It's on the way to the Cope Visitor Center, so I'm gonna see what I can find out there as far as buses, and then continue on to the museum. Wish me luck. Well, that was simple enough. I just asked and they said I need to go to the south terminal. I'll deal with that later. For now, I'm just gonna head over to the Cope Visitor Center. The sculpture is made from bomb fragments. Just leaving the Cope Visitor Center now. I didn't realize that it's a visitor center in the middle of a medical facility to assist folks that are disabled, and so focused on educating, and looks like they're receiving donations as well there. But I watched maybe an hour-long movie that had a lot of information about the bomb removal process. But some facts that I learned were that there were more bombs dropped by the Americans than there were people in the Lao population, and about 30% of them were unexploded and are just, you know, sitting there waiting for a farmer to, you know, or a child who's, you know, out foraging for fruit in the forest or whatever to encounter. So it's really just sobering. I think it's all still sinking in a little bit, but you know, a very informative stop. I decided to try and fit in one more stop today. I'm here to visit this arch that was built to commemorate or to memorialize the soldiers that fought for independence after Laos was a French colony for 60 years. And so I'm trying to find my way across the street, but this is the arch here. I was able to see it briefly yesterday as I drove by on my way from the train station to the hotel. It's a really busy road here, and I'm not seeing a ton of crosswalks, but I'll make my way there eventually. And then I'm just gonna head back to the hotel and meet up with some girls from my prior hostel for dinner. So should be the end of a pretty full day here in Vientiane, but I think one well spent. Street artists I've noticed in Chiang Mai and in Pai. Happy to see here too. It's cool stuff. Well, I just checked out of my hotel here in Vientiane, and I'm headed to see if I can find a sandwich or something, because I think I have a long day of travel ahead of me. I don't know exactly how long, because I don't know when the buses leave from here to Thakhek. But I'm gonna try and get some food, because I know it's gonna be at least a 6-hour bus ride, plus getting to the station and waiting until whenever the bus might be. So at least hopefully I can bring one meal with me so that I know that I'll have something somewhat healthy in my belly. But anyway, hopefully it won't be too long of a wait when I get there, but I really have no idea. There's no information available. It's just kind of the reality of traveling sometimes, so we'll see what I find. I was able to find a baguette with egg, cheese, and veggies for just over $1. So I've got that packed here, and now I'm on my way. Just chatted with the tuk-tuk driver who's going to bring me to the southern bus station. So on my way. It was easy enough. Took 2 minutes, so I'm happy with that. Hopefully the rest of the day is just as easy. I just talked to the ticket counter, and it looks like the VIP bus, which is only one per day during the day, leaves at 1 o'clock, and you can buy the ticket starting at 12 o'clock. So I have an hour to kill, but I'm totally okay with that. There are a couple restaurants here, some snack counters, and actually even a massage place. So I might get a foot massage. It's 80,000 kip for 1 hour, so might be a nice way to kill my hour. Especially after all the walking I do out here. But yeah, so this was pretty easy actually. There are some other buses going earlier, but they're not VIP, so I think that means they're not air conditioned and might not be quite as comfy. So I'm just gonna wait for the nicer one since it's such a long trip. Well, I'm feeling pretty spoiled right now after that foot massage. It was really nice, and you know, I would definitely recommend it if you have some time to kill here, better than kind of sitting out here sweating. But they opened up window number 12 for me to purchase the VIP bus ticket at noon, and the bus leaves at 1, so I've just been sitting here for a little bit waiting. I'm gonna head onto the bus. They don't give you an assigned seat number, so hopefully I'll get a decent seat, and off I go.